First running in Suleimani.
Nice shot there of the colours for all of the contenders in this race. It's so exciting. So there's nothing you can really rule out with any sort of confidence, I suppose.
Yeah, one horse that must have an each way chance as well is Dominant.
Yeah.
Who beat the Fuse as well and also finished third, beating 3 lengths behind Military Attack over 10 furlongs. Would be a bit short for him, and you know he's a bit under the radar here, I think.
Sheikh Mohammed with Sheikh Hamdan, and I think that's the back of Andre Fabre, who of course trains a lot of His Highness's horses over in France. And Andre not represented this evening, but always wants to be here to witness horses he previously trained, notably Tassadé, a horse who he used to train in France. I think he also had African Storium as well before he was transferred to Saïd bin Sarul. There's Twilight Eclipse being ponied, but let's just cross over to Stephen, who is at the start.
For the Dubai Sheba Classic presented by Lord James.
With 2 or 3 horses I'll be keeping my eye on down here. The first is Ambivalent. She's not always been the smartest into stride. Roger Varian is down here at the start and has just told Andrea Azzini to get into the stalls as soon as he can. The second one is obviously Empoli, already refused to enter the stalls twice so far this season. He seems in fairly good spirits at the moment. They're just about to try and start and put him in, number 13 there. He's looking a little bit reluctant already, which is never a great sign. He's had to pass numerous stalls tests to actually get here tonight, so hopefully he'll go in. And the other one is Gentle Donna. She didn't really impress any appearance here last year. It's the same again here. Just this horse in the red cap. She was quite woolly in her coat, quite backward, but she seems on good terms with herself. As Empoli approaches the stalls, let's hope he goes in as I head back to Brett. He's gone in. That's great.
Well, that was a shot of Empoli, who we think has actually gone in for the first time ever at the start here, the 2,400 metre start. He's been in before when he's run over 9 furlongs, but every time he seems to come that they start in front of the stand, he doesn't want to go in, but he's gone in, which is good news. There's Ambivalent. She is a bit of a, I want to call her a mule because she's a bit faster than that, but she's very quirky, isn't she?
Yeah, she's been like that in the track this week as well. Yeah. She's been stopping and needing her pony to bring her places, and yeah, when she runs well. She won the Pretty Polly at the Curragh last year, but hard to fancy a filly who has that sort of an attitude, really.
She won a pretty weakish running, I'd say, of that Pretty Polly.
It was, and she got a great ride as well that day.
And is she one of the, I think she's probably one of the lowest rated in this race as well, isn't she? What's she got a rating of? 108.
108.
Yeah, so she's got her out on the course. Yeah. So we should put that. Yeah. So due to her sex, of course, she could be 112. She's looking a bit reluctant, isn't she? She's got the hood on there, you can see. Andrea Azzini riding. He's had 60 rides here in the UAE, Andrea, without success, sadly, but he's had a couple of placed efforts, 4 seconds and 4 thirds. Nice look at the course and distance they are racing over, and another shot of Ambivalent there. She's very mulish, and these source handlers quite understandably not wanting to get behind her because she's kicking out there, and she's meaning it, isn't she, Laura? She wants to give them a good kick in.
Yeah, so she is a little bit quirky, as we heard Stephen say earlier on. She can be a bit difficult. They not waste any time putting the blindfold on her. I know Shane Ryan likes to work with our horses that race here all the time to sort of eradicate this, but not good signs if you are on Ambivalent, because she is looking determined. And I remember those pictures of Goldie Cobra a few years ago in France, and she did load in the end, but sometimes you see these fillies, they stick their toes in and they are having none of it, so they've got their work cut out, haven't they? Very, very warm is Festive Cheer, and there's Mars going forward as well. And
Doveday got wound up coming out onto the track. We should point out Doveday was actually mounted on the track. Frankie wasn't on him when he came past us to go out onto the course. But he's gone in okay into the starting stores, waiting for Ambivalent. A few more to go forward as well.
It's definitely problematic when they load in front of the stands.
Yeah,
I haven't looked up a statistic, but obviously Empoli's done it twice. You can see there Festive Cheer's getting very upset. He's just reared up in there. Ambivalent doesn't look like she wants to go in. It just gets to them a little bit, and it's okay. There are people at the start, but not that many. They are quite a way back. So it is a problem, and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it, because we can't not start the races here unless we move the finish. So good effort, stalls handlers. She's nearly in.
She's in. She's got it. She's in. So there we are. There's not too many more to go forward for the Longines Dubai Shima Classic. There is the warm international favourite Magician. He'll be racing from stall number 4 and sporting the fur silks of Michael Table, Joseph O'Brien in the plate. There are the pearl bloodstock silks of Dunedin, winner of the Melbourne Cup and Caulfield Cup, also a Hong Kong Vase, and £5.2 million in prize money. Twilight Eclipse, he'll be going forward into stall number 11. Jose Lescano in the plate. Mount Athos, can he win his first Group 1 for trainer Marco Botti and Dr. Marwan Kukash? As Dominant goes forward for John Moore, can he have a double on the card? And what about Gio Morerio, can he make it 3? It really is a race to savour. 8 Group 1 winners, $41 million in prize money they've won between them. And there's a horse who's won 4 Group 1s in the odd. Let's cross up to Terry for the call for the 2014 Shima Classic.
And Gentle Donna, are those still out of the line? So Twilight Eclipse comes in. The Gentle Donna is loaded away and they're ready to run. Shane Ryan down at his button. In 2:27.25. It's another track record. It lowers the mark set by St Nicholas Abbey in this race 12 months ago. 2:27.25 is a new track record figure for 2,410 metres.
Well, if you ever want an example of jockeyship at its utmost best, then look at Ryan Moore there aboard Gentle Donna, who overcame adversity to get this horse home in front, had absolute...
All the fears about her preparation this time. She was well beaten in that prep race, but she has proved much the best here, and she had a very wide ship last year, didn't she? And things didn't quite really work out for her, and she was beaten by a very classy animal in St Nicholas Abbey. But as you say, Ryan Moore has just ridden out of his skin, as he so often does. It was a very different story to the Japan Cup, where she just beats Denim and Ruby by a nose. That rival, well stuffed on this occasion, didn't finish in the top 6. But because when her horses, she really had to pull her around. When they have to change direction like that, it's so hard for them to regain momentum.
She's lost a lot of momentum, hasn't she?
But obviously the race marked by the very curious incident of Mars. We don't know yet, Joseph, what exactly happened, but it was strange, wasn't it? I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, very strange indeed. Let's just hope Richard Hughes is okay and the horse. Very strange. That's the 3rd Japanese winner as well, after Stay Gold and Heart's Cry, who was the sire of the last the Dubai Duty Free winner there, just away.
Yeah, it's been a great night for the Far East, a double now for Japan.
A double for Joey Moreira, a double for Hong Kong, a double for Japan, a double for Jamie Spencer.
Doubles all round.
It will be after the World Cup, believe you me.
Ryan Morris, a rare smile from him. He is absolutely a folk hero now in Japan, I understand, having won on this mare. They love him over there. He's so in demand because he is top class. Wherever he rides, he's brilliant. And he must just be able to just sort of look at the calendar and think, like, when I'm not required by St Michael's Stout, where do I fancy going? Because he's just the go-to man, and he very rarely gets it wrong. For me, the hallmark of a good jockey is the ones who make the fewest mistakes, and he could have been forgiven for getting beaten here because nothing went right for him.
I mean, you try and think, I mean, I'd never criticise jockeys because I've not been there and done it myself, but often people have an opinion, perhaps he did that a little bit wrong, but I actually can't think of a time when or anybody's even said to me, Ryan didn't give that the best of ride, you know.
No, punters like him, don't they?
Yeah.
He is so professional as well in everything he does. And he looks pretty pleased, and so he should be. This is a top class horse. She's now 9 from just 15 starts, only been beaten a handful of times in her life, and we're going to see some good scenes in this winner's enclosure. I reckon we'll see the long lead rope out again.
that's for sure. She's a lovely filly, isn't she? There's a lot about her. She's very tall. You can see she's got a lot of size and scope about her, and I wonder what they'll do with her now. Are we going to see her in the Arc? Is that something they're considering?
Japan Cup is her main aim. This will be her last season in training, and the main aim, they said in the press conference the other day, is for her to go and try and win an unprecedented Japan Cup. So I understand her whole season will be geared around that. And she's an incredibly valuable broodmare already, daughter of Deep Impact, and also daughter of Donna Bellini, who won Sweeney Park, that was it, for Brian Meehan.
Brian Meehan, yeah.
Brian Meehan, yeah. So there we are. And
she's won the Guineas and the Oaks as well in Japan, so she's outstanding, really. Worth her weight in gold.
Yeah, she really is. And trainer Sei Ishikawa certainly primed her to perfection, and I thought it was a bit strange that they opted to do things so differently this year and give her that prep run, but obviously it's just helped them find an extra length or two. That's the trainer's first winner here, and he had 4 runners. Ryan Moore now 108 wins here in the UAE. Of course, used to ride here a lot more regularly than he does now. We're quite lucky to get him now, aren't we? Just sort of comes for the big days rather than basing himself here for the whole carnival.
And he came out sort of 10-12 years ago to ride for Sati Seema, didn't he? And rode a lot for Sheikh Rashid bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, and as he just became more and more popular. And